I had wanted to be part of the mill from the beginning because I've always had a passion for fiber.
There aren't many wool mills in the United States, but one can be found here, near the town of Mitchell.
There's more and more people that definitely want on their product made in USA, so it's starting to matter.
Nebraska's only wool mill sits on the land Peggy Jo's great-grandfather bought. Edwin Brown was a farmer and a sheep producer.
He did that until his death, and my grandfather took over 3/4 of the farm and continued. And then this was what my dad did.
Harlan Brown raised sheep until the late 70s. When the local processing plant closed, Peggy's dad decided to try something new.
He took a gamble in 1980 and started this mill.
The first sale Harlan Brown made was from the trunk of his car. His best customers were the Navajo. They still are today. Then one day in 1999, Peggy's dad told her he could use her help.
The interest was always there, but I always knew that the timing had to be right.
It was a good move for us. It was a big move because I was going from a science background to a business background, and it took some time to adjust.
I'm not sure I'd want to do that first 5 years over again, but it's okay.
Building on her father's success, Peggy and Robert expanded the size of the mill and updated the equipment, including an on-site waste treatment process.
Living in a rural community presents some problems as far as wastewater disposal. You know, there's nothing out there that you can just, plug in and it would work. So we had to start from scratch.
Robert designed a high-tech filtration system that recycles up to 90% of the water used in the wool dyeing process.
The wastewater really is, first of all, it's colored and it's high strength in salts, and it's usually pretty hot.
With his PhD, with his experience in science, with his knowledge of research, was able to come in here and take our little company to a whole different level.
All this helped get the attention of a New York designer.
We were lucky enough to produce some yarn that was used for the last Winter Olympics. Ralph Lauren used that to knit gloves and scarves.
Though they wanted to expand to the garment industry, their major market is the craft industry. They have customers across the U.S. and all over the world.
I'm going to say I haven't seen you in here before.
Oh, well, I've been a few times.
It's always kind of fun to see a store customer come in and walk out and say, "Oh, I just love being here."
They have the best wool here. Well, I've been buying Lamb's Pride yarn in Wisconsin, but there's a lot more of it here.
I still find an incredible satisfaction just working with our product. The colors, the texture.
I'm used to giving tours.
And now, another generation is entering the family business.
Now it's going to be put into our large inventory that then we can pull from and ship from. So
He has a wide range of experience, and then he has absolutely a delightful young woman that he married.
I wooed her with an Afghan.
He just finished kindergarten, and he came to me one afternoon and he said, "Mom, I've got it all figured out. I'm just going to skip school and go right into business."
Andrew Wells went on to graduate college, and now he and his wife Brittany work together, just as Andrew's parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents have all done.
From 25 to 65 is a long haul. You got to have a lot of passion, and you've got to have a lot of commitment.
When it comes to running a wool mill, passion and commitment may be in the Wells family genes.
Oh, geez.